We are enjoying looking at the land of the West, the western region of the United States. We talked about our Rocky Mountains. We looked at the map showing the Rocky Mountains coming all the way through Alaska down into the western region. We talked about Yellowstone National Park, the Aleutians Mountains, Olympic Mountains, the Hawaiian Mountains, which are largely volcano. We went to the Great Basin a couple days ago and talked about how it is in many states. We looked at how the Great Basin, much of the water in that region gathers in the Great Salt Lake. Today we're going to journey to the California Central Valley, where so many of our fruits and vegetables come from. Flag 3, right about here, that's our destination today. So let's go to lesson 3. We know we're going to be paying attention to our vocabulary of greenhouse, livestock, and reforest. These are places we're going to visit in our reading today. Resources of the West. You are there. The summer is over and the coolness of autumn has begun to turn the leaves gold and brown. You head for the tree that is filled with the largest apples in the orchard. You sling a canvas bag over one shoulder and climb a ladder up to the tree's branches. You reach out and pick an apple. This is just the first of many apples you'll harvest today, but this one's not going in the bag. You smile and put this apple in your pocket so that you can enjoy it later. You know it will taste wonderful. You are so lucky your parents own this apple orchard. Apples are one of the many agricultural products of the West. Apples do not grow in all parts of the West, however, like most crops, they grow where the climate and land are best for their growth. The eastern part of Washington is famous for many types of apples that are grown there. Cherries, pears, and potatoes are also grown in Washington. The biggest producer of potatoes in the United States, though, is Idaho. Oregon's Willamette Valley farms grow many types of berries and a wide variety of vegetables. The state that produces the widest variety of fruits, vegetables, and nuts is California. Many farms are in the Central Valley. This huge area lies between the California Coastal Range to the west and the Sierra Nevada to the east. Those are mountain ranges we talked about before. And the area between is where many things are grown that we love to eat. Among the fruits grown there are grapes, strawberries, peaches, plums, and melons. Some Alaskan crops are barley, oats, hay, and potatoes. The harsh climate in parts of Alaska will not support many types of plants. Some Alaskan crops are grown in greenhouses. A greenhouse is an enclosed structure that allows light to enter and keeps heat and moisture from escaping. Hawaii's tropical climate is good for growing sugarcane and pineapples. Other Hawaiian crops are macadamia nuts and coffee. This is a very short poem. This is called a haiku. We'll be studying those poems a little bit next year. Ripening cherries. Who was the first to take them? A hand or a beak? The hand would be a person like you or me, and the beak, of course, well, that'd be a bird. The West produces more than just fruits and vegetables, grains and nuts. In some western states, livestock are the main source of income for agriculture. Livestock are animals that are raised on farms and ranches. Cattle, sheep, and pigs are examples of livestock. Montana, Idaho, Colorado, Washington, Wyoming, Alaska, and Utah all include beef cattle as one of their main sources of income. Nevada, Utah, and Montana also produce sheep and sheep products, such as wool. Milk is produced in states around the region as well. The fishing industry, which you can see in this picture right here, is very important to the economy of some western states. In Alaska, the yearly fish catch is valued at more than $1 billion. Workers catch cod, flounder, salmon, and halibut, among other types of fish. Shellfish such as crab and shrimp are also important to Alaska's economy. Hawaii also has a large fishing industry. Swordfish and tuna are caught off the coast of Hawaii. Of course, to be a state where you would have fishing as one of your industries, you'd have to be on the coast. We'll look at that on this map in just a minute. In addition to many food products that are grown in the West, many states grow flowers, plants, and bushes to be sold in plant and flower shops. These are often referred to as greenhouse products because they're generally grown in a greenhouse. The West is also known for its wealth of mineral resources. Alaska and California produce oil. Coal, gold, and lead are three minerals mined in Colorado. Gold, silver, and copper, among other minerals, are mined in Nevada and Utah. Let's look at this map. We have all the different western states. Remember, Hawaii and Alaska are western states, as well as these on the continent. And of course, the ones that are great fishing places are ones that have ocean access, like Alaska and Oregon and California and Hawaii. You wouldn't expect the central states to have those, but look at all the central states. They all have cattle as one of their main products. All along the edge where we said that the rain typically fell, remember the rain shadow from a couple days ago? As the water evaporates from the ocean and the clouds begin to move over the land, remember that they rise and they run into the mountains. They drop their load of rain typically before they go over the mountains that are along this region and into the plain states. So this area gets a lot more rainfall than the central part of the West. Wood, also known as timber, let's get us in focus, and wood products are also produced in certain parts of the West. The timber industry is important to the region. We use wood to build many things, such as houses and furniture. We also use wood products when we clean up a spill with a paper towel or read a book, like this one right here. Paper is a wood product, as all of you know. Wood is a very important part of our everyday lives. Because wood is such a valuable resource, timber companies usually reforest or plant new trees to replace the ones they have cut. You can see in this picture this area that has been cut and new trees are beginning to grow on it. It's been reforested. Very, very important. So always check out the summarize the lesson part. We know the West produces a wide variety of fruits, vegetables, grains, and nuts. We know that raising livestock, fishing, and mining are important industries in the West, and the timber industry in the West provides a variety of wooden products. We're not reading this on this recording, but this is an interesting part about Seth Llewellyn. He was one of the guys that created something we still know today. They developed this dark cherry that you might have heard of, the Bing cherry. So read that. It's an interesting little glimpse into history.